I'm Ileane and I'm with IleaneSmith.com, and I'd like to talk to you about the next video in my series of secrets of social media success. And this topic today we're going to cover really quickly is tracking your social media traffic. That's what we're going to talk about today as soon as I get things all set up here. Hello there. Let me put on one of those wonderful filters that I like to use. And the one that I'm most fond of is called Beam. Let's get some beam going there. Great. So thanks for coming, guys. I see that there are 3 folks here, and that's Maverick. Hi. Thank you so much. You subscribed and clicked on the bell. Hey, my girl Tish is in the house. My hashtagologist, who given me 2 hashtags, which are hashtag fun and hashtag Ileane is correct. So there you go. Talk to Tish if you don't know what time it is. Okay, guys, so one of the things that is one of the secrets to your social media success, you can't just put things out there on social media and not knowing whether or not they're effective for you, whether they're helping you reach your goals or not. And Maverick, thanks so much for coming back. And thanks for sharing those hashtags there, Tish. I appreciate you so much. So there's a few ways that you can track your social media traffic. In other words, the traffic that's coming back to your website. We're not talking about YouTube today. We'll talk about that on another episode. But for your website, your blog, or what have you, I'll give you a couple of tools and tips that you can use. One of those tools, and you guys see these links all the time, it's a link shortener that's very popular, and it's called Bitly, bit.ly. You can use the Bitly link shortener, and the Bitly link shortener will give you an idea of where your traffic sources are coming from. It will give you demographic information. You have to sign in with Bitly, set up an account, and you can shorten your links through tools like Buffer, for example. You can use the Bitly connection, the integration between Bitly and Buffer, and share your shortened links with Bitly. And then you'll be able to log into your Bitly dashboard and check your stats. Now, I've done a video about that, and I'll put a YouTube card around here somewhere so you can make sure you check that out for more details. Now, another thing that you can do, which is a little more complicated, but it gives you really rich results, is something called the Google URL Builder. Now, you've probably seen these links before too. They're these really long links where it'll be a link to the website, and then it'll say, oh, and Tish, thanks so much. She shared it on Facebook. Thank you for sharing, Tish. It will say your URL, and then it will say question mark, Twitter, _ May 2017, and it'll have a bunch of, and Tish shared on Twitter too. Thank you. See, I know where my traffic is coming from. Tish. So you've seen these really long links before, and sometimes they'll even have a tool associated with them. For example, that the item was shared on Buffer. And so you can go in to your Google Analytics after you've tagged your URLs properly using this Google URL Builder. You can go in and you can see that you shared this particular link on Facebook. And so you'll be able to determine where the Facebook traffic was coming from. Let's say you're actually using Facebook advertising. Then you can track, you can give that ad a name, or that set of ads a name. And then you can use that Google URL builder to add that as your source or your medium for your campaign. So there you have it. Now, for me, I found that the Google URL builder was just a little confusing for me. I was just not exactly sure exactly how to set those links up. But my friend David Kutcher, he's working with an outfit called Confluent Forms. So you can look that up, CONFLUENT, Confluent Forms. He has created a tool. Hey, Larry Snow, great to see you. David's organization, Confluent Forms, they created a tool to make this whole URL tracking thing a lot easier than using the Google URL builder. And they created a tool, and you can get it from the Chrome store. It's an extension, but you don't have to use the extension. You can also go to the website, but you'll find it. Oh my God, I was just going to say, where is Larry? And ta-da, he's here. So that's Tish and Larry. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for being here, both of you guys. So let's get back to the UTM Tracking Tool that is from David Kutcher and his website, the folks at his website, and it's called UTM for the Win. UTM for the Win. You go over to the Chrome store and you download that extension for Chrome. And it's going to make your job of creating those campaigns. Oh, and Larry says he uses something called Effing Amazing UTM Builder. It does the same thing. In fact, I did a little bit of research because I don't research too much because a lot of the stuff I think I know already. I did a little bit of research, and when I went to Google to find out the official name of their URL builder, that effing amazing UTM tool came up on the list, but I was like, nope, that's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for the one from David Kutcher. So, so I think they both do the same thing. Larry, tell me, does the one that you use, that's also a Chrome extension? Because I saw this on the Google search. I didn't see that in the Chrome store, but I do know that David's group has a Chrome extension, and it's so easy to use. You don't, oh, yeah, great. He said they do too. So I guess, guys, you probably could use either one. Just check them out. Oh, Larry says he's paid for the full version. So I'm sure Larry's could tell us. Maybe he'll do a video because Larry does great YouTube tutorials as well. Maybe he could do a tutorial about that one day and show us some of his secrets to social media success. Because if they've got a paid version, that means they got some special sauce that they sprinkle. It's like that bone-sucking sauce that I use when I make my barbecue chicken. Yeah. Okay. Connects to Google Sheets and stores your UTM favorites. Yeah, and there's a hello, Pamela from Tech Talk Live. Hi, Pam Gomez. How are you? Our friend from the Bahamas. So those were the three things that I wanted to go over with you quickly. And now we're going to take it to the next level. Because the three tools that I just mentioned were basically free. You can upgrade, they're freemium. Like UTM for the Win is freemium. Effing amazing UTM tool or whatever it's called. Larry typed it in the chat. I'll be sure to put these links in the description, so don't think you're going to be left out. It starts off as a free Chrome extension, and you can upgrade for more features. But here's another tool that I want to tell you about because I believe it or not, throughout my time of being a blogger, I've heard some things about Bitly links. And I like Bitly. I use Bitly all the time. I'm not saying anything bad against Bitly. But for some reason, let's say you're an email marketer or you're sending out an email to your list. you don't want to include bit.ly links because, well, first of all, if you're using Aweber, which is my email service provider of choice, and Pam says she's happy that she caught me. Thank you. They won't even let you use bit.ly links at Aweber because some people have, there's some always bad apples, right, that try to spoil the bunch. And so they use bit.ly links to redirect people to wrong places. And this probably happened years ago. It probably doesn't even happen anymore. But for some reason, some email tools like Gmail or maybe Hotmail, I'm not sure which other ones besides Gmail, will actually take those links and your email won't get through to the recipient. So that's why Aweber stopped using them. And Larry said effing amazing does that too. So one thing that you may want to do instead of using a bit.ly link shortener, and we just talked about those really long links that you create in your URL builder or with effing amazing or with UTM for the win. Okay, great. And Larry put that link there. Larry, please come back after I end this because I'm not going to be much longer, and then put that link in the chat of the comments because this chat goes away. So the one I want to tell you about that's not free. Well, you can use it for free. I take that back. You can use it for free. But it will give your links a custom look. And it will not get caught in those spam filters if you're using it in email or if you're using it in your video descriptions. And that's a tool that I found out about. Shout out to Kyle Banal, who came to our podcasting meetup, and he talked about this, and I also saw him talking about it in a meetup when I went over to Aweber, and this is where I met Kyle. But anyway, the tool is called Rebrandly. Rebrandly.com. I've been using Rebrandly, and the reason why I say it's not free, you can register your own custom domain. Now, with that said, I don't want you guys to think, oh gosh, another domain, right? Yes, but here's an example of what I registered. I registered Ileane.click, Ileane. One more time. Okay. Go to my Ileane song. Ileane. Ileane.click. I registered that domain for $2 for the whole year. And now I can use Rebrandly, which also has a Chrome extension, to shorten links, and I can make them custom. So that is one of the domains I registered because I couldn't just have Ileane Click. I needed to have another one. Ileane.link. So I use Ileane.link for some of my shortened links, and they're custom. And like I said, they work fine in emails and in YouTube video descriptions. You don't have to worry about some of the things that can happen when you use some other URL shorteners. So Ileane.link was also $2. And for a year, because when you register a domain, usually you do it on an annual basis. And I really like the fact that I can go in there, I can see my traffic stats, but it gives that link. First of all, it makes it easier for you to remember the link, right? Because in my case, let's just say I had one. Let's just say I just went with Ileane.link. Then I can just make like Ileane.link/Patreon. So that would be my Patreon page, even though patreon.com/Ileane is the long version of it. But I know, let's just say if I want to use that on Instagram. Because right now, I have my Patreon link in my Instagram account, but I don't know who's clicking on that. So how about instead of using a bit.ly link in my Instagram profile, I could switch that out and put Ileane.link/Patreon. One of my, let's see what Larry had to say here. Couldn't you use Pretty Link Lite for free for those who use WordPress or customize the Bitly? You don't want to customize. Oh yes, I customize Bitlys. Yes, I do. And this is just another option. And yes, I do use Pretty Link, right? But this link is even shorter and easier to remember because on Pretty Link Lite, I would have to go into my WordPress. So I do. I use it all the time on IleaneSmith.com. On Basic Blog Tips, I actually have the pro version of Pretty Link. Or maybe I have it on both. I don't know. I think you get two for the pro license. Anyway, so for example, IleaneSmith.com. Hey, Fraser Ramsey is in the house. IleaneSmith.com slash TubeBuddy. IleaneSmith.com slash TubeBuddy. How about Ileane.link slash TubeBuddy? Be easier to remember. Now, with the Pretty Link, you probably can check the stats. I'm not sure how granular you can get with the Pretty Link, depending upon whether you have the light version or the pro version, because I never really compared the stats between the two. Hey, Carla's in the house. Carla, wanted to tell you you're doing an amazing job with your videos, girl. Keep going. A lot of times if I'm on my phone and I catch one of your videos, it's almost impossible for me to leave a comment. Hey, Muhammad, how are you? So thank you so much. You're welcome, Carla. Just keep going, girl. Just, keep up with the consistency. So I'm really, really pleased. And I'm so glad you're embracing video. So guys, those are the, Muhammad, you really appreciate. All right, great. Oh, I responded to your questions about AdSense. And, I was telling Muhammad the same thing. Keep up with that consistency. Keep putting out that content. Guys, over on Basic Blog Tips, you guys know that I have guest authors over there. And I published 4 or 5 posts in the last 10 days. I think I published 5 posts in the last 10 days. And my traffic stats are going through the roof because Google likes that fresh content. And I usually like to just publish 1 post a week. But my guest bloggers, I was getting so many guest posts in. And people were just like, can you tell me when my guest post is going live? Hey, Richard, how are you? So this is another thing, guys. When you're having these guest authors too, you may want to give them a special link. And to be honest with you, that's something that I did. I wanted to get a little bit more visibility for some of my YouTube stuff. So I asked some of my guest authors if they would share it out. And that's something I never do. People have been writing for me for years, and I've never asked them to share any of my content, other than the blog post that they wrote. But I asked, and yes, you got to ask in order to get, right? That's why I tell you what your call to actions on your videos. You got to ask, So speaking about social media, secrets of social media success. A lot of times you tweet, people are just looking at the same thing over and over on Twitter. Here's this blog post title, here's the link. Here's this blog post title, here's the link. How about you also add in there, make sure you read this, or don't miss this, and put a little emoji in there, put an arrow, put a thumbs up, put a balloon, put whatever. Be creative. Guys, you got the whole emoji keyboard to use there. Put some eyes. Make sure you read. Which is what I do on Instagram, but sometimes I do that on Twitter as well because it breaks things up. It gets people, so it gives them that real call to action because then they're like, okay, she didn't just tweet that link. She's actually telling me, go look at it. So you got to do it. Also credit the author to draw attention. Larry, absolutely. High five, my friend. When and how do you know that my AdSense and my blog are linked? Just a brief and short answer. Shall I? I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to read everything, but I think I'm going to have to answer you over on our thread that we're already corresponding, because we're not talking about AdSense right now at all. And honestly, AdSense on your blog, it's not something that I recommend unless you're just getting started, but you gotta have the content. If you don't have a lot of content, you're not going to ever make money off of AdSense, because that's how YouTube sells the ads, based on the content. So, guys, now, one thing that doesn't go together is AdSense and social media. Fraser Ramsey has requested the friendship of Carla Jenkins, so you guys connect. And Fraser, you take care of Carla. So, anywho, guys, for social media success, here is just a quick recap. All right? You want to be able to track your links. You want to start off with using Bitly. Bitly's the easiest and, has most integrations with so many other different tools. I mentioned Buffer, but Bitly is integrated with so many tools. But then you want to also add those campaign tracking parameters so you can see it when you go over to Google Analytics. Oh, and the other thing that David Kutcher's tool adds, because I'm mentioning Google Analytics, so I got to tell you this now, Larry. Let me know if F and Amazing does it. They probably do the same thing, because they're probably like making sure that they cover all the bases. That, hey, Catherine, I'm having problems syncing my Instagram page to my Facebook page. It keeps wanting to be profile. Oh, I'm going to have to read that. I'm going to have to message me on Facebook, Catherine, because I couldn't catch that all. Sorry, I got too many things going on in my head. By the time I started reading, it was fading away. So, once you start using the campaign tracking codes, there's also a dashboard that you get when you're on Google Analytics, so that you don't have to dig in all these reports on Google Analytics and figure out how you find all this stuff. And you know what, guys? I'm going to do a more formal presentation where I do screen sharing and actually show you what it looks like in Google Analytics. But you'll be able to see like a pie chart. 2% of your traffic is coming from LinkedIn. 30% of your traffic is coming from Pinterest. 40% of your traffic, and did I go over 100 yet? You guys know what I mean. It'll give you those pie charts. It will also tell you what blog posts these different networks are sending traffic to. So in other words, Twitter is sending a lot of traffic to your latest blog post, whereas Pinterest is sending a lot of traffic to that blog post from 3 years ago with that fantastic image that people just happen to love on Pinterest. You can't even get rid of the image because it's like people just love it. So, guys, I'm so glad that you are enjoying this topic. And I know we've got some other questions coming in. And, message me on Facebook. Also, not a dashboard, but under acquisitions campaigns, I followed Michael Stelzner's way for UTM. Oh, you got to look at the dashboard that comes. Oh my gosh, super chat from Tish. She gave me a $5 super chat. Oh, Tish, you're my hashtagologist. Oh my gosh. So, with this dashboard that you get from Confluent Forms, and you can install that dashboard, Larry. Go over to Confluent Forms, that's CONFLUENT, Confluent Forms, and you'll see a link there. Just search for the UTM thing, and it may even be at the top of the page. You'll see a link there to add that dashboard to your Google Analytics. Yes, you'll see a link to add that dashboard to your Google Analytics. And then when you log into Google Analytics, you just click on dashboard and bam, that dashboard is right there. And you can customize it. Let's just say you want it to go more than 30 days and you can change that to 60 days or whatever. You can get rid of some reports and say, well, I don't really want that report. And that is going to lead me to give you guys a little bit of a teaser for the next video, because when I started using that dashboard and looking through where a lot of my traffic is coming from, it was coming from this one particular site that I use to promote my content. In fact, it's probably the #1 source of social media traffic on my blog, and I have two, and that would be both of them. So this tool, which I'm not going to tell you about until next weekend, so you've got to make sure you come back. Google Analytics good for tracking podcast downloads? Absolutely not. You need your podcasting host to tell you about your podcast downloads. Google Analytics can tell you what traffic is going to the site where you have your podcast, but it doesn't tell you if anybody's listening. Well, it's Super Cute Saturdays. Hashtag Super Cute Saturday. Hashtag SuperChat from Mr. Larry Snow at larrysnow.me. Thank you guys so very much. You're so kind to me. And for those of you who want to have a little more behind the scenes things, like I go into a lot in these YouTube videos, but I provide even more value for my peeps over on Patreon. So you can go to Ileane.link/Patreon. Super nice Larry. Hashtag, I told my hashtagologist is in the house. She even giving other people in the chat their own hashtags. Hashtag thanks, Larry. You got to come up with something better than that. That's why Tish is the hashtagologist and not Larry. Larry's awesome now. Don't get me wrong. But look, guys, I want to just let you know, next week I'm going to show you, I'm probably going to not do this on my phone next week. I'm going to do it from desktop. I'm going to write it down right now. Well, I don't have a pencil right here. Awesome Tish. All right, you're getting there, Larry. You're getting there. Hashtag awesome Tish. Okay, next week we're going to talk about that tool that is sending me a lot of traffic, and we're also going to go behind the scenes in my Google Analytics dashboard. And this may be something that I do for my patrons on Patreon. I might not even make them wait until next week. They might get this information, I don't know, in the next 24 hours. Who knows? Only my patrons will know. Yeah. And make sure you check out the video that I uploaded on YouTube today about the how to use the Spreaker dashboard, because I've been providing content for Spreaker, which is a live streaming audio platform. Oh, I was planning on the same thing. Great. Okay, I'm sorry, Larry, you're planning on the same thing. Which same thing? Because I said about 8 things just now. So I'm going to wait until you tell me which thing you were planning on. Google Analytics. Oh, okay, good. Yeah. So, hey, we need to collaborate on a video. Maybe we could do that somehow. You know, we may even have to do it over on, well, we can't really do it on Facebook, but we both show our screens. We'll figure out something, a PRN or something like that, and then we just record it and then upload it. Okay, so with that said, let me just do a quick recap. That would be awesome. Kind of do that now. We kind of do that now. Yes, we do. So, Bitly, Google URL Builder, UTM for the win, and Rebrandly. Rebrandly. $2 domains. And there's so many of, I mean, there's some of them that are going to cost you like $20 or 12. You know, you're like, oh my God. So don't go domain crazy. I'm warning you, because those people that are addicted to registering domains, I'm not going to mention any names, Ileane Smith. Don't go crazy. I gave myself a limit. I was like, I'm not spending more than $5, and I spent $4, so I'm happy. I didn't go over. So with that said, guys, I absolutely love hanging out with you, so you know for a fact that I will be here next weekend, God willing. Raising my hand right here. Raising my hand high here. Okay, Catherine. Yes, I've seen YouTubers purchase .tv domains just to forward the domain to YouTube channel. Yes, registration domain queen too. Yeah, thanks for the info. Oh, Jonathan Soul, I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier. Hashtag cute Catherine. Catherine is the wicker woman. So you got to come up with a wicker woman hashtag. And love, 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 love to watch her weave that wicker and make those chairs. And oh, she's awesome. So, guys, by next weekend, I'll have another live video for you or another uploaded video. Be sure to check out the one that I did about Spreaker, where you can do live audio. Like I'm always talking about live video. But guess what? Wicker Woman Catherine. Hashtag Wicker Woman Catherine. My hashtagologist is on the case. Thank you muchly. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the super chats. Guys, I love you to pieces, and I will see you very soon. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.